Today we're going to talk about proper starting techniques and things that need to be checked on our gas equipment on the first start of the day. So if you're starting a mower, really as you're loading a mower onto a trailer or anything, or starting a truck first thing of the day, or any other piece of equipment that has any oil in it, the oil needs to be checked. That's crucial because some of this equipment will spring a leak, you won't know, and all of a sudden you burn up a motor. So that's the grade A thing we always check. To check the oil on all of this equipment, there's always going to be some sort of dipstick. They're pretty simple to look at. There's going to be an add line here, a full line here. You can pull it out, wipe it off with a rag. To check it, you don't thread it in, you set it down like this, and then you pull it back out and see where it's at. As long as it's not all the way down on the add line, you're fine. So that's the push mower. The other mowers here have the same dipsticks. Some of them you have to lower decks to get to them. They're kind of back in here just a little bit, and that kind of goes for all of these mowers as you go down the line. They're all back tucked in where you need to move the deck just a little bit. The only one that has somewhat of a difference is the older Exmark that we still use. It's still on the motor itself, but it's tucked back behind the seat. This one does look a little different, but the same theory applies. There's still going to be an add mark with hashtags and a full line. That's how you tell. As long as you're not on the add, if you're in the middle or just a little bit above, you're good. If you're getting close, you probably need to go ahead and put some more oil in. So as far as starting all of this equipment, we'll start with the push mower down here. It's all very simple. The gas mowers, all of the stand-ups and sit-downs all have a full choke. This one has a choke right here. You slide it all the way forward to the choke position. The choke position is this symbol right here, just past the fast idle. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to shut the choke off. Shutting the choke off will be when it's at full choke. It is just a minor amount just to get it to full idle. That's all it takes to get to full or off choke. Our other mowers are going to be the exact same way. Excuse the smoke. These are all going to have a pull choke located here. Some of these you have to give them a little more idle. Keep in mind when first starting a mower, especially if it's cold or any gas vehicle, high idle is not what you want to do when you first start it up. Before you get to revving stuff really hard, you really want to let it warm up. So maybe half throttle, just a little less, full choke, key here. Very easy. And then as soon as it starts on most of these models, unless it is super cold outside, you can immediately turn off the choke and adjust your idle as needed. As we go down the rides, they are all going to be the same, and the Exmark is even going to be the same. There is going to be a pull lever here for your choke, same thing. Figure out where you want your throttle. Typically we say about half throttle is where we like to start at, and then it'll fire right up. Some of the other things though that you must know when starting these zero turns and other equipments. Usually the main thing is the brake has to be on. On a sit down model like this, the brake has to be on and the handles have to be out for it to actually start. Now that pretty much covers any small gas machine we have. Now moving into some of our stick equipment, we're not going to show you everything because it all is pretty simple and simplistic, and it is all very, very similar. You're going to find the same things on every piece of equipment that will get you the desired result of having to start a piece of equipment. So first, you're going to make sure the button is set to on, not to stop. Then you're going to look on every model. There's going to be some sort of a choke. You're wanting to go full choke. If it has been sitting, there's also this primer bowl. You press that a few times till there actually starts. You can't see it in the video, but you'll be able to see and feel the fuel fill it up. Once that's happened, it's primed, and you should be able to pull it and get it to fire. Once it fires, Once it fires, you'll be able to go ahead and turn the choke off and start giving it a little bit of gas and work on getting it to warm up. And then you will repeat that process for pretty much every piece of equipment. Backpack blower, just a click down is on, and then you'll have the same procedure. Choke up, primer ball, it'll fire the same way. All of our two-stroke equipment has some form of this. We'll take a look at the hedge trimmers as we walk by real quick. Come on over here real quick. Just so you can see, it's all the same thing in just a different way. You're going to find here your on-off button, switch to on, find your choke, find your primer ball, pull to start. And then once it fires, some of this equipment will fire, and if it fires once, you need to immediately turn off the choke to really get it going. But for the most part, that is how you start and use all of our equipment. Some of the bigger diesel equipment, such as a mini skidster or diesel truck, a very important thing to know is you never turn the key on and immediately start turning them over. You always have to let the glow pegs warm up anytime you start one on the initial start, and ever start following that. So that is another procedure that by the time you get to that, you're probably going to be informed on that in this video. It really doesn't need to cover that. But so that should be everything you need to know for starting a mower here, or weed eater or string trimmer at Scooters Lawn Care. Have a great day, guys.